Meat bicycle!
Hello everybody, welcome back to another top 5 guide here on Borderlands the pre-sequel. Today we are back and this is the series where I take you into Borderlands the pre-sequel, pick a relevant topic or category and then bring you guys a top 5 list of things relevant for that category. So today we're going to be carrying on the top 5 guides and I've decided to pick the top 5 best character builds. Now these are character builds that I have brought in the past in a previous series, and yeah, we're not going to be going too far into exactly what everything does and the ins and outs of it. I will leave links in the description down below for you guys so you can go ahead and check those builds out in more detail and how to do it. But I will just be showing you what I think is the top 5 best builds that I like in the pre-sequel, and yeah, we've got one for each character here as well, so we're going to be putting them in order. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the guide. Okay, so my number 5 is a doppelganger build, so we're going to be using Jack here, and yeah, this is the overview of the build. It's called Deputy Jack, and this is an absolutely awesome build for just making your doppelgangers more powerful, being able to survive well, and especially it brings your crosshairs, especially with shotguns, down to absolute brilliant precision and fire rate. So you'll see this thing going off like absolutely crazy in a minute. You can fire it as fast as you want, it's very precise, and yeah, it just wrecks anything in front of it. You don't have to be that accurate with your aim, you can just spam click. We're using the flare right here and it's just absolutely destroying anything that's put in front of it. So yeah, at my number 5 it is the doppelganger build, Deputy Jack. So the next build is actually used with Athena the Gladiator, and it's called Winter Soldier. So these are the skills that you're going to need for it, and the main weapon we're going to be using with this is the probe. You are going to need a couple of cryo weapons maybe for a bit of shooting, but I mainly use the probe itself, a bladed probe, because this is a melee heavy build, and you'll see in a minute when it's going off. All you do is enter your skill, Aspis, get that out, your special skill, and yeah, just bring out the shield, go up to the enemy, fire the probe once or twice till they're frozen, and then just hit the melee button, and if done correctly, you'll pretty much one shot any enemy that's in front of you. Even the more powerful enemies will only take a couple of shots, fire melee, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just a really fun build, and one that I absolutely love using. I'm not normally a melee heavy player, but with this build I do like it quite a lot. So yeah, there you go, melee build called Winter Soldier with Athena the Gladiator is my number 4. My number 3 is a very cryo heavy build with the Baroness Aurelia. So this is kind of a sniping setup really, but it just works brilliantly for all cryo weapons in general. You saw the skills layout there, and you'll see there's just a lot of cryo weapons in here. I mainly try and use a sniper, the shotgun, the fast talker SMG, that kind of thing. And yeah, just mainly go around, get the shard out, that will freeze and create a massive cryo whirlwind, and then you just sit there firing away with one of your cryo weapons. An absolutely powerful build, and one that's a lot of fun. Any enemies near, especially big crowds, mobs of enemies, will just get taken out instantly, and if you follow your shard around and actually help it out a little bit, it will last a hell of a lot longer. So just make sure you keep killing all the enemies that's affected by the shard, and yeah, you're going to just get into an absolute storm of cryo and destruction. Brilliant build, really love it. That's my number 3, White Walker. So my next build is one for the frag trap, and it is simply called Tortastic. There is the skill layout, and you'll see the weapons in a minute. Basically it's just explosive builds, explosive weapons and Torg weapons. So yeah, it's just basically going to be an absolute explosion fest. This can be really well used to just completely destroy anything that's put in front of you. So yeah, Claptrap, he is a good Torg user, and the main weapon to use obviously is the Flacker. That is an absolutely brilliant weapon to use for it. I do like to keep a nice nukem on me as well for one-shotting any major enemies that might cause you a problem, but this thing can just be used to go absolutely nuts with. Claptrap is a character, a bit like Salvador in Borderlands 2, which can afford to go down a lot. He's going to be in the middle of it, you're going to go into fight for your life a couple of times, especially with all these explosions and things like that happening. Make sure you use your special skill to keep you up when you need to, but all in all, once you go down, you can get up pretty easily. And if you're struggling, just pull out a nukem and destroy anything that's put in front of you. But yeah, for now, this is the number 2 build. It's Torgtastic Claptrap build. So that brings us to number 1 here, and you guys probably guessed this because this is the build that I used more than any other in the game. It is a niche build called the Bitch. So she is obviously the Lawbringer. The main focus is on this. The main weapons to use, I use the Fatali, but it's the T4SRs, which everyone always asks about because it's such an amazing and powerful as hell weapon. But yeah, 2 main parts of this build are obviously Showdown, which is pretty much aimbot, but before you get that, you'll see that I don't even have to be precise here. That is because of a skill called Tombstone, which once you kill an enemy, you don't actually have to directly hit the enemy. All your shots will, if in the right direction, will take them out pretty easily. So you'll see right now, I've killed that enemy there, got myself some Tombstone. Keep an eye on the mini-map, any red dots, you'll see I don't even have to fire right at them. With Showdown especially, it will auto-lock onto them, but if I don't even get anywhere near them, you'll see that I can shoot in a general direction and the bullets will find the enemies and take them down. So yeah, this is pretty much a stupidly overpowered skill, stupidly overpowered build as well. It works so well with bosses. Unfortunately, as you can see, you do run out of pistol ammo quite a lot, so you will have to bring plenty of weapons that aren't T4SRs or pistols to keep going for a long time with this build. But yeah, my number 1 is the Bitch build with Nisha. So there you go guys, that is another top 5 episode here on Borderlands the pre-sequel. That was my top 5 best character builds in Borderlands the pre-sequel, and as I've said at the beginning, if you want to check out those builds in more detail and actually get set up with them, then click on the links in the description. I'll link you to the builds right there, and yeah, hopefully you guys like this. If you have any different builds that you think should have been in the top 5 list, then please be sure to drop them down in the comments. I always love seeing what other people's top 5 would be compared to mine, whether you agree, disagree. So yeah, let me know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.